Once upon a time, on the outskirts of the internet, two experts and a couch decided to find out what it takes to succeed. All they have, a lot of free time and absolutely no clue where to start. Starring Mike as Mr. Right, Ron as Mr. Wrong, Couch as the Couch.
Hello and welcome to Couch Podcast. How you been, guys? I'm very happy to be back, and this is another Thursday and another episode. In today's episode, let's discuss about procrastination. I feel like living life of procrastinating or living life of procrastinator, it's the same as living life without a plan. And as Jim Rohn says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's so true. And with that, let's jump in our first way to stop procrastinating. What would be our first way to stop procrastinating? In my personal opinion and experience, number one for me would be reduce the number of decisions you need to make throughout the day. Every decision takes some energy out of us. With every decision, we give a little bit of our energy because we think about decision, and like it definitely takes the energy out of us. That's why people like CEOs and people like Jeff Bezos make a certain number of decisions. Jeff Bezos even told on his interview, as a senior executive, you get paid to make a small number of high quality decisions. If he said, if I make like 3 good decisions a day, that's enough, and they should be as high quality as I can make them. As Warren Buffett says, he's good if he makes 3 good decisions a year, and that's a great way to think about decisions. Well, obviously not every one of us is gonna be Jeff Bezos or Warren Buffett, and of course they run $1 trillion companies. But I think we should be more careful with our lives, because in my opinion, like, life is more valuable than $1 trillion company. Not everyone would agree with that, but that's my personal opinion. And in my personal opinion experience, it is a great way to reduce procrastination. I notice when I reduce decision and task, I'm more likely to go through my plan because it's not overwhelming. I used to have a list of the tasks and plans and goals that I have to achieve, that I have to do throughout the day, and usually I wouldn't do any of that. Then I changed the habit and I start putting no more than maybe 5 tasks a day. For example, in my journal, I write down night before I go to sleep. I write down 5 tasks for the next day, which would be, for example, study for 3-4 hours. Sometimes when I'm off, when I don't have to work, I do study for 3-4 hours. I bring more value to my life through the studying. I do yoga. I actually start doing yoga. I start running daily. It depends on the day and what I do. If it's a recovery run, I run for 10-15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes. If it's a long run, I run anywhere from 35 and up. If it's a speed run, I do different runs. But usually it don't take more than an hour. So running, working out a little bit. Um, and I put everything before I go to sleep. So next morning I know what I'm gonna do, and I go step by step. And seems like works. It works with me. The list of tasks are not that overwhelming. There is only five of them, six at most, and I every day by the end of the day I'll check them off, and it's a great feeling when you accomplish everything. You check off, and you put the how your day went in your journal. I started journaling recently, maybe month and a half ago. Um, it was a great habit to start actually journaling. It's very good. I like it. Um, so yeah, it feels great at the end of the day, uh, and I can reward myself with something, uh, maybe a chocolate bar. So this is the first way that works for me. It's reducing the number of decisions. Um, let's move on and see what Ron will suggest us for a second way.
Hey, what's up, guys? I've been listening to what are you saying, and this exactly the right way. Reducing the number of decisions you need to make throughout the day will help you stay focused on those small things that you're planning to do. And actually, uh, the way that you're approaching it, it is very right. Like, uh, second way to stop procrastinating is try to finish your day before it starts, as you told already to us that by the end of the day you should already plan your next day. Like, rather than figuring out what you'll do on any given day, a better way to approach your day would be to take a few minutes at the end of each day to quickly map out the following day. How does this work for me? I'm already using the scheme for myself, but I think that's kind of mistake for myself because I'm doing it right in the morning when I wake up, when my brain is working as much as possible, when I'm on like the highest level of my productivity. And I'm just sitting down, I leave all my thoughts and I write down some kind of to-do list, things that I should be doing today exactly. And actually, according to this website, bosstay.edu, we will leave a link at our description so you can check. You can check it with us. Uh, there is like they suggest a way that you write your plans. The first one is one big thing that needs to be done. This could be a big task, a goal, or a project, uh, etc. The second is my no matter what. Uh, it includes some daily habits like exercising, walking, reading, spending time with your beloved ones. And the third one is whatever else needs to be done. For myself, I can say that working two works, I separated each of them. Like, I know that in the morning I should be like, I'm writing an articles for one website about gadgets, so I need to write down those articles in 2 to 3 hours time gap, and after that I can get myself a reward, like I can get a lunch or something. After that, I'm working on music, so another job is already on the point. So for me, it's like I have one big thing. It's like my job. I should get it done, and my no matter what would be, I don't know, exercising. I'm trying to exercise these days, and I'm actually I actually have a progress in that also, and it doesn't take a lot of time. I know that 30 minutes probably to exercise during the day. And what else? No matter what, I think that I must add something to this, like for myself. And you can add whatever you like to do, like studying, reading something new, maybe work related, maybe some other stuff. Maybe you want to learn some new skills. So it's up to you. No matter what means you will probably do them, right? And whatever else needs to be done, in my opinion, you can write it down or you can just leave it to yourself. Because if you already have this one big thing that needs to be done, like your job or something, your working schedule, and your no matter what's like your daily habits that will help you to improve yourself, you can live the rest of the time for yourself, just enjoying the things that you like. So that's it. And there is actually a very good way, another way to stop procrastination is the nothing alternative. And it's a tip that was coined by influential crime fiction novelist named Raymond Chandler. He used it as a way to avoid procrastinating on his daily writing. Like he was sitting daily at the keyboard and cranking out a predetermined word count every day, like some successful writers, and developed another method for overcoming procrastinations and getting himself to do the work. He would set aside 4 hours every morning and give himself a rule like write or do nothing at all. And actually, I just found about this technique about relieving the procrastination, and I think that that could work with myself. I should try it probably. I will start from tomorrow, and on the next podcast when we will be talking about something else, we will do a small recap about how it worked or not. But I think that will be working for me as well. For example, he put that rule, and he divided 4 hours gap for his writing. And if nothing comes out of his mind, he will just sit and do nothing. And because I'm working with the music and I need to compose, I need to, like, this stuff, it comes with inspiration. You cannot just sit and follow the rules and do something, just take actions. No, it works other way. So I think for myself, I will delete like 2 hours for that. And if I will not compose anything or I don't have any inspiration, I will just do nothing. And by nothing means that you should switch off your gadgets. No email, no smartphone, no Facebook, no nonsense. Shut your Wi-Fi down if you need to. And I think instead of getting bored and sitting and doing nothing, you will definitely do something. Like if you have a choice, right? I don't know, for example, with like workout routine, you have this 30 minutes to do your workout. And if you feel not doing it, just step aside and tell to yourself, okay, I will do nothing this 30 minutes. I think that you will start exercising after a while, after 2 or 3 minutes, because you cannot do anything else. Like you cannot reward yourself. You cannot watch this like YouTube, like read something interesting, watch TV, check your social media. You will just sit and, I don't know, look outside of the window. You will get bored. Absolutely. And I think that's a good way to stop procrastinate. And I think that I should definitely try this one. Because actually I'm doing this kind of stuff, like for music. Again, I told we need inspiration to do something. And when I don't have enough inspiration and I'm not feeling doing something today, I will just leave it and I will think there will be another point of time when I will be much inspired to do something. And this didn't work for me because most of the time I'm doing something interesting for me, like, checking social media, watching articles, something else. That's why this way didn't work for me. But now I know that it should be nothing. Like, it's called the nothing alternative. So from tomorrow, I promise to you, I promise to myself and everyone, already got my word. Uh, I will try to do this technique, and in our next episode, I will tell you how this worked out, and you can actually try with me. If you have something to do, let's set a time, and if we are feeling like not doing it, let's do nothing and share our experience. So, do you have anything to add to this one, Mike?
Um, I actually think that nothing alternative would not work for me, probably because I'm gonna fall asleep. So I don't know if I can try it. Um, but that sounds good, actually. Uh, let's say, what would be next? Next would be focus on something doable, something that you actually can do and it won't overwhelm you. For example, let's say you want to start doing yoga classes, or maybe reading, or whatever you want to start. It's totally up to you. I'm just giving you an examples. So if you want to start reading, for example, okay, um, would recommend you actually, that would be going back to when we talked about habits, but focus on something doable is also as a habit, uh, because that way you learning, you teaching your brain to do something, and it's not overwhelming, and it will eventually become a habit where you can expand on it. But for now, let's see. For example, you want to start reading daily. Reading daily 1 hour will be, it depends on the book, of course, but in my experience, if I started from an hour, uh, I would be, because I'm reading self improvement books. Sometimes they're not as fun, but um, some other books could be fun. Like if you're reading Harry Potter, that's a fun book to read. My brother read it probably 10 times, all the books. I never read it, but he told me that it's fun. But self improvement books, not all of them fun. Sometimes reading for an hour will get you bored. And as soon as you get bored, your brain will not, uh, it won't, you're not going to let you to do it again because it wasn't fun. There is no dopamine. Uh, so it won't be fun. So uh, make it doable. Do not read 1 hour. Read 15 minutes. After that, reward yourself with something. Maybe do some exercise, go outside for a walk. Or also, what you can do, you can go and read in the park. So, in that case, it will be more fun. You go, fresh air, and reading on the fresh air. I guess that would be fun. But like I said, focus on something doable. Always start with something doable so you won't overwhelm your brain, and eventually you can expand on it. Um, like learn how to shift your focus. Like shifting your focus to something your mind perceive as doable. Make the difference that makes a difference. Like For example, you have something to. What example could be good? If you think about, you have to finish something. When you have to finish something, and if you think about it, and if it's a lot of work, um, it'll make you feel like overwhelmed. Uh, It sucks, right? When you have to do something that takes a lot of time, it sucks. For example, if you do some presentation and you have to finish it, um, and present it, and well, that's just thinking about it. It just sucks because it will take a lot of time out of your day. You will maybe take even 2-3 days to finish the presentation, and just thinking about it would be overwhelming. What could be done is split that task into smaller steps and just finish one step at the time. Uh, do one step um, that will bring you to closer to when you will get done with that. Um, uh, like when you finish one step, make your next, make that your like a next action, and just do it. And with every step, you get closer and closer, and one small step leads to another and another, and before you know it, you've got the momentum. You keep going with that, and you enjoying that, and done, and you good to go. So that's how I actually practice to finish what I have to do, and how to approach my work. That's how. That's how. Uh, that's what I practice actually. Um, what else? Can you add something to this, Ron?
Yeah, sure. I was thinking about it, and I've understood that for me, it works somehow different. Like you said, that it's better to focus on one simple thing you can do right now. And I was thinking about, of course, you're thinker type of person, but for me, I'm a doer, and I found to myself that if we take as example, like I started working out last year, and I went to gym for 1 year straight without any excuses and without day offs. And the way that I got this result, it was I didn't focus on one thing. I divided it to small steps. Like the final goal is like getting pumped or whatever. But every time that I was procrastinating and I was thinking like today I'm not gonna go to work out or something, I knew that if I will not even think or I will not focus or anything, if I will just go outside and reach the gym, absolutely I will work out that day. So for me, I'm kind of doer, like this kind of person, and for me it works. The less you think, the better results you get. But it depends also on situation. For this one, it worked perfectly. Like going to the gym, if you're not in the mood, if you're thinking that you have a lot of time before you reach like 40 years, 45 years, I don't know. Some people are jacked in their 50s maybe. If you think that you are that person, no, you're not. And you better to not think too much. If you're similar to me and you're not a thinker type of person, just start. Action works perfectly. Just start doing something. I know that you will get interested. Like, for example, at my job also, when I have like some articles that I don't like to write, I'm not interested in this type of articles. Maybe I know that I have to start, and that little action that I will just write a couple of words. I know it will motivate me. I don't know if this is a motivation or something, but 10 to 15 minutes working on something makes me feel more interested in that. And I know that I will like the procedure, and that's how it works for me. About the dopamine, I know that dopamine is kind of hormone that we have in our body, and it releases as a reward for our brain. So our brain is almost in kind of search of dopamines, and we're getting like the simplest explanation would be when we're eating chocolate, we're smelling something good, we have this our happy moments. That's the dopamine. And I think it's directly connected to procrastination, because let me bring you another example, right? Again, from my own life. My life is kind of complicated, I know. And for example, as I told before, trying this strategy, the nothing alternative, I was doing it wrong. And when I wanted to do something, and I left doing things and started like checking some other stuff, like checking social media, of course, my brain will get dopamine high from this, because I'm doing something that I like instead of doing something that I should be doing right now, right? Who likes to like spend time, as you told? It sucks if you think about all the work that you need to do before you achieve the results. It kind of sucks, and your brain also understands it, and there is no dopamine in that. And when you're doing something that you're interested in at that time, of course you will get dopamine high. And after that, the bad thing that it will eventually become a habit. I think that it will form into some kind of habit where you will find yourself interested in other things. Like, instead, I need to do my job right now, but there is this funny video on YouTube that I could watch, and I will get dopamine from that. I will be happy from that. And you should avoid this mistake, I think, because our body works. I know that there are some researches that we're having these hormones in our body, and if we're getting it from like getting unreal stimulation, like all of us, we have specific amount of dopamine that needs to be released to feel us happy, right? And when our brain is always stimulated and generating this type of hormone, I think that we are becoming addicted to some kind of stuff. Like, if you're eating too much chocolate, eventually your body will tell, oh, I'm getting this dopamine from chocolate, I don't need to release it on my own. So you will feel very sad being without chocolate, right? So I think that you should avoid being captured in this type of addiction where your brain needs dopamine, like, let's call it injections from other stuff, from checking social media and all these things. And instead of this, just now I got the thought, instead of this, try to motivate yourself about how happy you will feel after you will finish something. That's a worse to think about. So
Well,
yes.
yeah, I have something else to add. There is a good way to start, actually. If you procrastinating with start something, there is a 5-second Mel Robbins rule. I actually used it myself as well. If you do not know who is the Mel Robbins, go to YouTube, search Mel Robbins. She has great content. She has a lot of like value in her content. How to fight the fear and everything. And she has a 5 second rule. 5 second rule. As she explained, if you procrastinating to do something, count down from starting from five, like five, four, three, two, one, and go do it. That's it. That's how you um, beat it. And that's what I do in the morning. I actually love to sleep, but when I wake up, that's what I do. I have a book by my bed, and I actually start my morning from reading. So I read either one chapter or 30 minutes or two chapters or 1 hour. It depends on the day. But when you just wake up and you want to go back to sleep, you just, that's what I do. I count down five, four, three, two, one, and take a book and start reading. After 30 minutes reading, I feel awake and I'm ready to go on with my day. Um, I think that's what helps me to start.
What if you count from 5 to 1 and you will fall asleep again? Like for me, if I
That's
will
actually
count, yeah, I told you that I'm a doer kind of person. If I will count from 5 to 1, I will fall asleep, and that's how I will spend my day.
that's possible too. You never know. But I love to sleep. But that's what helped me actually to count. But you can count fast, like five, four, three, two, one.
You can start from zero, exactly. Let's count from 5 to 1, or at zero and wake up. That's it. All
Yeah.
right. So, what about environment? I think that environment really affects our habits, everything, procrastination. It doesn't matter. Your environment decides who you will be in the future. So,
Yeah.
if you're an alcoholic, you don't give alcohol in your house. That's kind of awkward and weird. If you have some kind of addiction and you have all these things at your house, you will end up very bad.
Situation, yeah. Like if you're a porn addict and then you have four TVs and all four TVs has had a porn going on them. That's not a really good environment for you if you want to get rid of that addiction.
That's a really bad environment to focus on anything. And actually, I don't know how about porn addiction. I think that we should do a separate episode about it because it's actually a very big subject and it's really like a very common thing during these days. And also, I don't know how to get rid of this environment in this society where everything is over sexualized during these days. And if you're having a Wi-Fi at your home, there is a
Become a
way.
monk.
You will find a way. Like you will type popcorn, but you will definitely find yourself on Pornhub.
Type of popcorn and have a porn corn.
Yeah, that's how it works. I don't know. That's some kind of magic. You're a wizard, Hardy. So if you can, it's written that if you can't work in public places because of the constant movement and noise, then find a quiet place to sit down and focus.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Also, um, get rid of everything that, like, for example, if you in a like what is flow mode, like if you trigger your flow, like complete concentration, it's better to get rid of the uh, everything that will take you out of that mode, disturb you, something that will disturb you. For example, your phone, like social media. For example, if you're in a flow and complete concentration, and then boom, you got the message on a Twitter or somewhere, and you turn to the phone and start looking at the message, you already out of your concentration, complete concentration. And just to get back in there, complete concentration might take you a while. Even I don't. Sometimes it's not even possible to get back when you like have a momentum going and you doing something. Uh, your brain is like it, and then you out of that mode. Uh, it will be hard to get back into that mode. That's why now I actually practicing another thing. I leave every gadget out of the bedroom. I don't bring my phone, nothing. Nothing goes in the bedroom. Everything. As soon as I go to sleep and I go to bedroom, I leave everything out of the bedroom. I leave it somewhere by the computer and on the desk, somewhere in a drawer, somewhere there, but not in the bedroom. And it helps a lot. I get go to sleep faster. I sleep more. I sleep better, and I wake up in the morning like more energized. Um, that's something that helps me.
But if I just wanted to ask how you wake up in the morning, if it's peaceful or not, because if I will wake up in the morning and I will not find my my phone next to me, heart attack. That's it. Even
No,
during the night, like no 3 a.m. when I wake up and I cannot reach my phone, that's it, finish. I just wake up and I switch on the lights. Where is my phone? I don't know. Maybe something interesting happened. I don't know. Elon Musk bought Twitter again or didn't.
no, I like no the I don't know. I'm feeling fine right now without phone by my side. I actually have a little clock that has an alarm, and I put it somewhere far away from the bed as well, somewhere in a I don't know
In
in a
another
closet.
town.
No, somewhere in the closet on the other side of the room, just to get up and go to turn it off. If I and then yeah, I come back to bed and then start reading. And yeah, that's. I used to wake up and right away pick up my phone, see what is going on. Well, I have so many news. Someone somewhere war again. Yeah, that's a lot of information that I don't need in my life. So, and I decided just to have a habit of no gadgets in the bedroom. That's it. And it works perfectly for me. I'm very happy with that and I'm very proud of myself. Yay.
Someday I will try it. I promise to myself that someday, maybe another day, I will try it. But I'm already thinking about this uh, YouTube shorts that I'm watching before I go to sleep, though. That's why maybe when they get rid of this feature in their app, I will just delete everything and then sleep peacefully. So the fifth one was you need to adjust your environment. If you have any distraction that can lead to losing focus on the things, on your goals, you should leave it somewhere else. Try to stay focused and adjust your environment so you will not be distracted at all. So that's how it works. If you don't mind, we should do a little recap before finishing this episode about what we were telling to what we found out about procrastinations and what we wanted to tell the other people. So
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
yeah, the first rule is reduce the number of decisions you need to make throughout the day. A lot of decisions will lead to distraction again. Decisions take a lot of energy. Don't spend your time on this kind of things. Just leave some important things that you should, and the less decisions you need to make, the higher quality decisions you will make. A lot of decisions, a lot of make words, but that's how it works. What about second one?
Second one is finish your day before it starts. So really good suggestion would be plan your day before it starts. Plan it before you go to sleep previous day, and you will be fine because in the morning you're motivated and you know what you're gonna do that day, and it will help you to wake up early and go on with your day, and you won't be overwhelmed, and you won't spend most like a productive time of your day on decisions and making plan for your day. So it's a really good tip to plan your day before.
All right, the third one is the nothing alternative. And I told to you guys that I will try it on myself, and in the next episode, I will say. The thing is, separate time for something that you should do today. And if you're not feeling doing it, just leave everything and do nothing. Nothing means nothing. No mobiles, no gadgets, no, I don't know. Just sit and watch, I don't know, look at your wall until you will feel yourself doing something. That's the one that we will try together with you guys, and hope that I encourage you enough that you will try it with me. And let's share our results on the next one.
Yeah, fourth one is focus on something doable. Do not overwhelm yourself and do not overwhelm your brain because it won't stick with you and you're not going to do it again if you overwhelm yourself. So focus on something doable, some small step that will bring you to the um mm, like some small step that you can do right now and you'll be your next move. Do that, and small steps bring you to the big things. I don't know.
You're exactly right. And the fifth, the last one, adjust your environment. Throw everything out of your head, out of your pockets, and it feels like robbery. No, not out of your pockets. Just leave everything aside. If you're doing something, just switch off your notifications on your phone or something that distracts you. Leave all distractions aside and focus on your things. Try to be in this flow state of mind where you're completely concentrated on things. And that's it.
Yeah, and with that, we will leave you to think about it and listen it, and put it on repeat if you want, and listen it a couple times. Um, seems like uh, the one, the habit, not the habit, but the from uh, from the book that we read that we talked about, where you have what was the name of the book about the habits?
I guess Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Yes, yes. Where he says, "Be better 1% every day, and by the time you finish, you will be 37% better by the end of the year." Something like that. Feels like we getting better 1% every podcast.
Yeah, and we want you guys to become better selves with us. So follow us on Instagram, Couch Podcast at Couch Podcast 22. Uh, Listen to this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, any kind of podcasting platform you can find us. Just type Couch Podcast 22. By the way, 22 means that's here because that's the year when we established our podcast. So see you next time, guys.
Yeah, guys. Happy to be here with you and happy to share our journey with you and hopefully inspire some of you guys, maybe all of you, to start this journey with us. Once again, share this podcast with a friend that you know that he need to listen or she need to listen, and leave the comment, share your opinion with us. You always can reach us and DM us on Instagram, and see you next week, next Thursday. Yep. Bye, guys.